Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Struggle, Rise and Thrive. I'm your host, LaFortune, and today we are diving into a topic that many single parents will find familiar and hopefully helpful, dealing with impulse reactions. As single parents, we carry the weight of multiple responsibilities. Each day can feel like a wind world of constant motion. In the midst of managing these demands, it's easy to respond to situations on impulse, whether it's a quick reprimand, a hurried decision, or a raised voice may when patience run thin. And while we may immediately regret these reactions, they are often a natural response to feeling overwhelmed or stretched to our limit. However, this impulse reaction can sometimes strain our relationship with our children and add an additional layer of stress to our lives. Today, we'll explore why this reaction happen, how to recognize them, and ways we can create moments of pause to respond more thoughtfully. We will discuss practical techniques for managing stress, building emotional resilience, and setting realistic expectations for ourselves as parents. Remember, every parent has moments where patience runs low, but with the right tools, we can learn to navigate these moments with greater calm and compassion. So, if you ever felt guilty or frustrated about reacting impulsively, know that you are not alone and that positive change is possible. Let's dive in and discover strategies for nurturing patience and strengthening our relationships with our kids, even on the most challenging days. First, let's understand what impulse reactions are. Impulse reactions are those quick, often automatic responses we have to situations, especially when we are under a lot of stress or feeling overwhelmed. These reactions are typical emotional in nature and may not reflect how we truly want to respond. For single parents who are juggling multiple roles and responsibilities, such responses can be especially common. Imagine, for instance, coming home after a long day at work to find the house in disarray or to kids acting up. The exhaustion combined with accumulated stress can trigger an immediate, perhaps harsher response than intended. The reason behind this lies in our brain's design. Human brains have evolved to prioritize survival through what's known as the fight and flight response. This mechanism originates in the amygdala, the part of the brain that processes emotions, particularly those linked to fear and stress. When we perceive a situation as a threat, even if it is not a physical one, like a child's tantrum or an overwhelming list of tasks, the amygdala can take control by passing the rationale decision making part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex. This is why, in these moments, we react intensively and often don't have time to process our response rationally. As single parents, the frequent pressure of parenting, managing finances, work demands, or personal challenges can place us in a constant state of survival mode. In this state, even mirror stressor can feel overwhelming and trigger impulsive reactions. Understanding the neuroscience behind this can be empowering. It reminds us that these reactions are normal but can be managed. Becoming more aware of this trigger and learning techniques to calm our nervous systems, we can shift from impulsive reactions to thoughtful responses that align with our values and parenting goals. Let's talk about the common triggers. Stress from daily responsibilities is one. Managing work and home can be completely overwhelming. A child behavior. Kids test our boundaries every single time. And when they misbehave, our first reaction might be anger. Lack of self-care. When we don't take care of ourselves, we are more prone to react negatively. So what are the strategies for managing these impulses? First thing, pause and breathe. When you feel the urge to react, take a moment to breathe deeply. This simple act can help you regain composure and think before you respond. I always used to tell my kids, you don't want mommy to turn purple. You don't want me to turn purple. And then I would say, Lord, give me the strength. Please give me the strength before I do something to these kids. That's usually what I used to do. And then I would take a deep breath and then let it go. And then I will look at them and say, not today, not today, not today. Yeah, I can go because I have better things to do. That's one way of doing it. And then you can reflect on your feelings. Identify what you are feeling in the moment. Are you angry, sad, or frustrated? Understanding your emotions can help you communicate them more effectively. Incorporate mindfulness exercise into your daily routine, whether it's meditation, yoga, or just a few minutes of quiet reflection. Mindfulness can help you stay grounded. Set clear boundaries. Establishing boundaries with your children can help minimize triggers. Clear expectations can lead to less frustration for both you and your children. Seek support. Don't hesitate to reach out for help, whether it's talking to a friend, joining a support group, or seeking professional guidance. Having a support network is crucial. Building emotional resilience is about developing the inner strength to handle challenges without letting them overwhelm us. Emotional resilience enables us to maintain our well-being and keep moving forward even when life feels tough. For single parents who often bear the weight of multiple responsibilities, building this resilience is essential. It helps in not only managing the day to day stress, but also in setting a positive example for children about handling adversity. One thing I will say when I felt very overwhelmed, it used to be, I still do because I still have one child to raise. When I felt so overwhelmed with things, the kids will go to bed and I will go in my room and I'll allow myself to cry. I will just cry. I will cry and cry and cry and cry. And then after I had cried, I will take a resolution of myself and I will say, Lord, please give me the strength to do the things that I should be doing for my children and let me be the best mother possible that I can be for my kids. And I kid you not, it is not easy, but I will wake up the next morning and I will feel great about myself. And mentally, I will be strong to tackle that day and to deal with whatever was thrown at me for the day with a smile and a sense of purpose. And generally, I would just, like I say at the beginning, I would say, Lord, give me the strength to, not today. I would just keep saying to myself, not today, not today, not today, not today, sent, not today. And then I will go through my day that way. So one key aspect of emotional resilience is self-compassion. Often we are our own hardest critics, especially when we feel we have fallen short as parents. But resilience isn't about being perfect. It's about recognizing that mistakes and missteps are a natural part of life. Practicing self compassion means giving ourselves the same kindness and understanding we will offer a close friends. For example, if we have reacted impulsively in a moment of stress, it's easy to feel guilty. However, self compassion reminds us that everyone has difficult days and it's okay to have moments of struggles. Learning from those moments rather than dwelling on them is the key to growth. Take time to reflect on what led to this reaction. Was it due to fatigue, stress, or frustration? Once you identify the cause, you can start to recognize similar patterns in the future and take proactive steps, like pausing to breathe, stepping away briefly, or finding a support system to lean in. Another component of emotional resilience is developing a growth mindset, which involves seeing challenges as opportunities to learn. When we encounter difficult situations, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I approach this differently next time? By shifting our perspective in this way, challenges become experiences that strengthen our coping skills and reinforce our confidence. Building resilience also means taking small practical steps for self care. Regular routines like physical exercise, connecting with supportive friends, practicing mindfulness, and setting aside time for activities you enjoy all contribute to a healthier mindset. Even small acts of self care can recharge your energy and emotional reserves, making it easier to respond to thoughtfully rather than react impulsively when stress arises. Ultimately, emotional resilience isn't about avoiding stress or never making mistakes. It's about learning to manage life's challenges with compassion and perseverance, modeling this resilience for our children along the way. Finally, let's talk about positive reinforcement. Encourage good behavior in your children through praise and reward. This not only builds their confidence but also foster a more positive environment at home, reducing the likelihood of those impulse reaction. As we close our today's episodes, my friend, let's reflect on the unique journey of single parenting, a path that, while demanding, also brings immense strength, growth, and fulfillment. Embracing this journey means recognizing both the tough moments and the small, meaningful victories along the way. Developing a deeper understanding of our emotional impulses and learning tools to manage them, we are not just only reducing stress, we are actively fostering a home environment that feels secure, positive, and supportive for our children. Managing impulse reaction allow us to model resilience, patience, and self-awareness, qualities our children observe and learn from. With each step we take toward intentional, thoughtful responses, we are setting a powerful example. Children thrive when they feel understood and respected, and by consciously working to manage our reactions, we are showing them that we are showing them how to handle emotions in healthy, constructive ways. The journey of single parenting can sometimes feel isolating, but it's also a source of profound inner strength. Remember, every effort you make, no matter how small, is a step toward creating a space where both you and your children can grow, heal, thrive together. Take pride in each moment, knowing that you are building a foundation of love, resilience, and understanding that will carry you and your children forward. Before we end, I'd like to leave you with a quote that resonates with our theme today. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. William James. Thank you for tuning in the Beyond the Struggle, Rise and Thrive. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with other single parents who might benefit. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep rising, and keep thriving. Your host, Ciao now.